we have a dumb submarine and the huge materia. But there's one more piece of huge materia. As we were coming back from the submarine, there was a message that came over the radio, and it's like, oh, you gotta come back to the airport. So we gotta bribe this guy again with a whole 10 gil.
He's like, yes, I made 20 gil today.
He's gonna go back to his wife and be like, babe, I made 20 gil. Don't worry where it came from, but I made 20 gil. We're eating tonight. Looks like Subway tonight.
She's just like, damn it, Tom. Your stand-up career's going nowhere. Quit using that line. I hate you.
Well, looks like a Subway tonight, am I right?
Ladies.
I'm the only lady. No other woman will touch you. I don't know why I touch you. God.
I wonder how much gil he makes an hour, or, a year, or
As a
whatever.
soldier, yeah.
Whatever however their salary works.
Yeah.
Like an extra 20. He's just like, yeah.
Also, I have like 180 grand on me.
Yeah. Oh shit.
So again, the way those three are stationed on the back, it always looked like one big plane to me.
Mm.
Until I got to this cutscene, like, oh.
It just falls. Yeah, that was a poorly designed plane, I guess.
Yeah. Oh shit. Guess we gotta give up.
Oh no, the huge materia. Rocket Town.
Of course. Where else would they go? I don't know. Literally anywhere? Fuck. I like how as we were landing, the rocket lost its position and kind of shunted off to the side of it. PlayStation 1 games could not render things in physical space very well.
Now you got Sidlicious in the party.
Yeah, he'll force himself into the party if you don't bring him along. Because he's like, hey, it's my rocket, fuckers!
You're not leaving me out of this, Killian.
Yeah.
Not when my rocket's round. Not when my rocket's wrecked.
My rocket alright? Afternoon delight.
You ever think Sid just kind of like straddles the base of the rocket and just kind of sits there and like slaps it and he's like, yeah. Yeah. Just kind of thinking about his dreams.
Mm-hmm.
I guess I did just build a big old penis.
Yep, guess I was gonna be the first man to fuck space. Oh well. Dreams, am I right? They're for fools. Fools and young men. But I'm an old man. All I can do now is fuck this rocket. Better shut the door. Who am I kidding? I don't care if anyone sees me. Yeah, here I go.
The neighborhood's just like, alright, there goes Sid again.
It's just, they look at their watch, they're waiting for the clock to tick over to 3 o'clock, and as soon as it does, they just hear repetitive banging from up in the ship. That's for 2.5 minutes, then ends with oh!
It sounds like maintenance, but there's no reason to maintain this rocket.
No. As Sid said, he doesn't know which is going to fail first, this rocket or his dreams. Because every year it tilts over a little bit further.
Fucking slice in half.
This big dumb sword. Which looks more like it's meant for gutting fish.
Yeah, or cutting thin slices of cheese.
Yeah. It's one of those swords that... It's one of those swords they sell you on QVC late at night.
Yeah.
Watch this. I can drop a tomato on it, slices right in half. I can drop this meat on it, slices right in half. Look at this, look at this. I'm sawing away this granite. Okay, look, see the granite coming off now? Look at this tomato. Right in half.
Still right in fucking half.
Now, Janet, how much do you think this organic sword would sell for? I don't know. I think I'd spend like $100,000 on that. No, go lower. $50,000? Go lower, Janet. $29.99? Spot on, Janet.
Actually, just 3 easy payments of $29.99.
Oh my god, that's a steal!
Steal like the blade.
Oh, I came. Janet loves puns.
Those are one enemies, the one you just fought that are like all hunched over.
Yeah, and they have that beam cannon.
Yeah, what the fuck?
I don't know. They seem like some sort of... I really don't know what their concept is supposed to be. It feels like they're just kind of... They feel like an early draft from their first discussing themes of this game and visual ideas, and someone just said like Techno Soldier, and someone was like, okay, jumpsuit, beam cannon. That'll do.
It's like, even if it was a more specialized form of the regular kind of military people you see, it's just, why so creepy? Why just like all like bound in latex looking like and just you can see everything. Creeped out yet? Yeah, a little. Good.
I forget what the item is, but they're, like I said, you're getting to the point in the game where you can get some very interesting pieces of armor and weapons. You can steal one from Rude here. I think it might be the one I mentioned, which has very high magic and physical defense, but no materia slots. Might be called the Eden coat? Actually, I might actually steal it. Let's see.
I want to see Rude like challenge Barrett to a boxing match, and Barrett's like, "Oh fuck yeah!" and he puts on like the boxing glove attachment to his arm, and oh dang, Rude's got some fucking tech.
He's got this enemy skill, which isn't actually an enemy skill.
Like, Rude, it'd be impressive if we weren't just so beefy.
So very beef. I always did wish that they had done more of the concept of Barrett's melee weapons.
Yeah.
Because there are a few enemies that if you scan them, it says weak to punch. And so it sounds like they were considering it as basically its own element. But they don't do enough to set it apart. It's like, oh, Barrett just can't reach the rare flying enemy now. That's all. Come on, Sid. Zedric. It's a Zedric that you steal from him. Also, that curse ring is starting to get a little hairy.
Yeah. But man, the damage.
It's good, actually. Like, it boosts your damage and your defense pretty high. They're worth equipping until you can outfit everyone with ribbons.
Fuck.
I'm dead.
Oh fuck, that sword is bigger than me.
Now I'll die. And I believe this is the last time that anyone forces their way into your party. Before Eris did it, Tifa did it, Sid's done it.
You just walk all over him.
Yeah. Ah, cool. Yeah, see? Defense goes from 58 to 100. Magic defense from 47 to 98. Even gives you, look like a 18% evasion for magic. The Turks were here, and I beat their ass. See?
You see that pile of beat ass over there? That's because of me.
Do you want to join that pile?
You want to join the beaten ass pile? I'll walk all over you. See, and then that guy just turns into this? Like,
yeah.
what?
It's odd.
He, like, that weird, like, frog walk over to you.
Oh, I'm dead.
I guess that's not unusual for a Final Fantasy game to have, like, the overworld sprite.
And then the enemy sprite.
And you're like, that does not look right.
This one tends to be more cohesive. I think just because they have more space for things on a CD than they do on a cartridge. But it is still odd that certain enemies like that aren't accurately represented with a battle sprite. I mean, it's just like at the Condor Tower, if you let them get all the way to the top. It's like, yeah, some of them are kind of flying monsters, but then some of them are just soldiers. In fact, most of them are just soldiers that you're fighting, but then they get up there and it's this weird hulking beast thing with these two horns.
So many pops.
Yeah. No, you don't want the space rocket to be pretty much okay.
Yeah, it's all kind of working, I think.
It's fine.
He's like, what about that? And then the camera pans over and there's just a giant hole.
Yeah.
What?
A gaping hole in the side with wind whistling through it.
And like a plastic bag hanging on like a sharp edge.
Yeah.
Just in the breeze.
Well, we said pretty much fine. Didn't say it's 100%. It's like 97. This is a part that really makes me appreciate Sid, because Cloud's like, hey, we gotta that materia is important, you know. There's generations of knowledge stored inside of it. We need to fight Sephiroth, and Sid Licious is like, yeah, that's fine, but I think science might be what saves us here. Actually, he starts off trying to split the difference, but he's like, no, fuck magic. Put my money on the power of science. Someone just Photoshop Bill Nye's head on top of Sid.
Yeah.
Or make that fan art.
Sid, yeah.
Yeah.
You fucking stand so high and hard up on that soapbox.
He goes hard, too. He's basically comparing technology and science to the magic that the ancients had. It's like, well, the ancients are gone.
But Sidlicious.
Yeah.
That line. It's so funny to see Cloud like, but Sidlicious. Please.
Palmer's back. Remember Palmer?
Yeah, I do.
Yeah.
Kinda.
The most side of side characters. The only character with less play than Reeve.
Fucking Palmer. He's pissed that there's no countdown.
Yeah, that's what pisses him off, not the fact that they're hurtling you toward your death.
There's a little bit of a countdown.
Yeah.
That guy was this like old tube kind of number thing.
Yeah, this cat. Yeah. This segment got used a lot in the trailers. Not this part, but with the countdown and the rocket. Actually, now that I have all this footage, I'm considering remaking the trailers for this game shot for shot.
Yeah.
Because it would look a lot better than the fucking... I'm guessing what's on the internet right now must be VHS rips. Like, someone just found a VHS, like an old VHS that the parents had recorded ER or something on. And they were like, oh man, okay, this episode came out when Final Fantasy VII was out. There might be a trailer. Oh, found it! And somehow managed to digitize that. Because you go to watch the old trailers and like, oh, this is garbage.
Yeah.
For good reason. This is fucking garbage. And some of them were really bad. Like, some of them reflect, the somber tone of this game. One specifically I remember has a shot where Cloud is lowering Aerys' body in the water, and it says, like, a love that could never be. And then the other one is like, oh, it's like, if they're talking about this adventure and what Cloud is doing, it's like, if he fails, the world might end. If you fail, you can always hit the reset button.
Oh, God.
Yeah.
This is where, like, Sid didn't account for, like, the vacuum of space. He was like, oh, shit.
Now we'll just leap out of the rocket, float back to Earth. I can't breathe. I can't breathe.
Science.
In space. Oh, I didn't science very well. Oh, I'm dead.
Magic saved me.
I rescind everything I said. I take it back. I take it back. I need it. That's cool. We have this escape pod. We can just fuck off out of here.
I don't know. I just made that up.
I'm not the one who loaded it in here. Fuck.
I just fucked the sky. That's all I cared about.
So when astronauts are launched into space, they get slammed hard into their seats because in order to escape, the gravitational pull of the Earth, you gotta go fucking fast. They weren't harnessed into anything. I wish there's a shot of them just plastered against the wall, slowly liquefying into it, just and then violently vomiting. But of course they're going straight up, and so as they're violently vomiting, it's just spraying all over them.
They just look over at each other.
Yeah.
And like, oh god, it's just piling up next to their face.
And then Cher comes up and it's just like, oh god, oh god.
Trying to throw up, but it's just like getting stuck in your mouth, so they just basically have to swallow it again.
This part's nice because the passcode never changes from playthrough to playthrough. It's a static code. because Sid is supposed to give you hints to try and lead you to it. Like, if you don't know, I think the code is circle square XX. If you don't know it, he's like, okay, I know one button isn't used. I know one button is used twice. And I think the longer you go, the more specific he gets. And you're supposed to whittle down what it is after a while. If you know the passcode, though, you just put it in, and he's like, oh, hey, oh, you must have known it.
Yeah. It's like, why didn't he just tell you?
Because he apparently he doesn't know the password, but he kind of remembers it.
So he's just kind of like giving you like, oh, I think it was one button you pressed twice.
Yeah, exactly. So then you're like, okay, I guess I won't press. I guess this time I won't press triangle. And after you make your first attempt and fail, a timer starts up, and I think you have 10 minutes to do it.
You can lift it, Barrett. Quit
Barrett,
fooling around.
Barrett, come on. Barrett, come on. I don't think you can fit enough weight on the bar to get a good deadlift workout in.
He's just like, oh, I'm real tired though, guys. And Sid's kind of a dick.
Yeah, I'm just an irascible scamp. Come on. Sit down and drink your goddamn tea. Sid, we're fleeing this rocket before it slams in the meteor.
Maybe if you pulled out that giant sword you had and used it as like a lever.
Like get Barrett to stand on one end. I don't know. Fuck it.
Sure, you were right.
Yeah.
Fucking the sky would be the death of me.
Can't think of a better way to go, though. Oh. Maybe fucking the Earth on re-entry. That'd be pretty good. But with the added muscle power of a tiny scientist.
You stupid dick.
And then he finally apologizes.
Sorry.
I'm a fucking asshole. It's not fair.
Come on, Cloud.
Cloud's just slowly moving one foot over, like tapping a toe to the deck and then yanking it back.
With two little black dots in his eyes because he's so far away.
Yeah.
Yeah, Barrett's arm and shoulder is just a cartoon chicken drumstick right
It
now.
is.
It's a completely different color than the rest of his hand. Like his hand and his arm.
Yeah.
Like they're different. I don't understand.
I think they were going for shading.
Yeah.
Sure, does this thing really fly? It strategically falls.
I mean, what is flying?
Well, when you're in space, you're literally just strategically falling.
Our heroes just went to fucking space.
And they're so nonchalant, except Sid. Sid has such an erection right now. That's why he has to face the window. Look at him just caressing that window.
I know, he's like rubbing his cheek all
Yeah.
over, like, oh. Like,
oh, fuck.
you see steam building up on the window because he's breathing heavy into it.
Sid's dream was to be the first man in space, but now he has to share that with a loser, an angry black man, and a scientist he has no respect for.
He's like, I was gonna do dirty things in this pod. Well, I'm still gonna do them. You guys just have to, not bother me while I do it. I rub my dick all over this window.
So this part is unchanged. Completely unchanged when you get all the materia. Whether you get none of them or get all of them, it plays out exactly the same way.
Fucking Bugle Hagen.
Bugle Haven is just staring at that meteor like, this is it.
He's just in his
fucking it.
porn chamber.
Yeah. Well, if you had... Okay, look. In Star Trek, they have the holodeck, right?
Mm-hmm.
And the holodeck can create physical 3D creations of anything. A lot of people use that for sex. If you had a functioning holodeck and the world was going to end in 7 days,
Yeah.
you wouldn't do anything but fuck inside of that holodeck. You would fuck and you would murder things.
Yeah.
Right? That's all it would be.
I'm a god!
Yeah, exactly. Knowing that you are about to be stamped out and that you have no power over it, you would throw out all of your morals and completely abuse that holodeck in the most disgusting and obscene fashions. Riker does fuck a lot on the holodeck. He gets blue-balled in one episode, and he taps his communicator, and he's like, Riker to bridge, I'm gonna be in the holodeck, don't disturb me.
If you think about like how birth control or contraceptive in general like allows for people just to, you know, free themselves of the burden of being a parent.
Yeah.
And how much more things you can get done. If you just had a fuck chamber where you could
if you didn't have the risk of conception at all, but still had all the physical pleasure of sex,
yeah, people could get shit done. Just, I'll be in the 3D fuck room for a minute.
Yeah.
But then after that, I'm gonna come back and work on that cancer some more.
That's what people do in Star Trek. Because they're not worried about making money. It's like, why are you a doctor? I fucking love medicine and healing people. It's fucking rad. And there was no, monetary barrier to me going to med school. I just tested in. And now I get to be this doctor going to the stars and fucking treating weird alien sicknesses. It's fucking radical. Riker, what do you do? I fuck everything.
Okay. That's a good in its own way, I guess.
Yeah. Everyone's hitting that real low point now. Because like, even though we don't like Rufus and Shinra, it would have been nice if that plan worked. Granted, we took all the huge materia, but they still seem to have a couple of nuclear bombs in there, so whatever. And Sid gets a lot of good lines that no one cares about. It's like, as we were floating back and then waiting in that escape pod, I realized that the Earth is just like a sick child with Sephiroth festering around inside of it. Now he's giving an inspirational speech to everybody. Oh, here he goes.
It's called perspective, Sid. It's still pretty big.
Yeah.
Everyone just starts to turn, like Kate Sith just turns and walks away, and then Red 13 just sort of like backs down those steps, and Sid's still talking. It's just gonna be going on about this for a while.
Guys, we're gonna get into the God stuff soon. Now what? Look at that. Look at that typo in the middle of this moment. How did that get through? How did a human being versed in the English language type the sentence, now what?
I'm wondering if at some point they were like, maybe that's how his character's written because he's black and he might say stuff like that. So
was it supposed to be yo?
Yeah.
That's the nearest I can think is it was supposed to be yo, now what?
Now what? I'm starting that. I'm gonna start saying do before things.
Barrett, don't do that.
Do what?
Barrett, no, Barrett, please. That was just a sentence. It's kind of terrifying that they can hear the Earth screaming right now.
Oh, God.
Given that they're nowhere near anywhere in particular.
And they're moving kind of quick?
Yeah. So everyone in the world can just hear the Earth scream beneath them.